Hey there, people. How is it going? I'm sorry it's been so long since I've uploaded anything. Been really busy lately, and been playing a few other games like Assassin's Creed 3 and The Last Story on the Wii, which is actually pretty fun. Um, but anyway, I kind of fell out from Pokemon for a while just because I don't know. I think everyone goes through their stage of falling out with this game. It gets a little difficult to find decent battles sometimes. Or less alone just someone to battle in the first place, because you go to the chat rooms, and even though it's a Pokemon chat room, trying to find a battle there in the first place, it's like pulling teeth. So, yeah, I haven't made any new pokes as of late. I've been playing Black and White 2. I think I have one or two new Pokemon that I've made, or since I got the games, but I'm gonna try and start getting back into the game fairly soon. But yeah, I've also been busy with family and work and all that good stuff. And by the way, hope everyone had a good Halloween and Thanksgiving, and also a nice Christmas. Where if I don't put out another video before or after then. But anyway, I've only had a couple battles recently. I think in the past like 2.5 weeks or more, and one was against my good friend the Second Coming, and that was just like a for fun battle. But he's using that battle for his Christmas special that he's doing, so I'm not going to post that one just yet. Out of respect for my good buddy there. And this one, I think the guy's name is Seta, or it's either Seta or Beta. I can't remember. I thought I wrote it down, but anyway, if you see this battle, dude, and want me to correct, your name, just let me know, leave me a comment or something like that, and I will be right on that. Anyway, this guy I had a battle with, Seta, I guess we'll go with. We had two battles. He won the first one, and that one I had quite a few misses in, and some hacks. I think I had like 4 or 5 scalds in a row that didn't burn, so yeah. But it was a fun match nonetheless, and we decided to have another. And from the looks of it, I think it was just like a grab bag team. Because you can see I have a couple. Well, I have an OU, I have a BL, some NUs, and yeah. So it was just a mixed ragtag team. But she's got a Bronzong, so I'm predicting some Stealth Rock action and some light screens possibly or reflects. Uh, Nidoking, which is most likely Scarfed, as they tend to be. Sharpedo, which probably has Speed Boost, because you don't see those very often. And Roserade, I'm thinking it might have Focus Ash. I know not everyone carries that, but if they're running the set for spikes or putting something to sleep, I've seen that here and there. So I want to keep that in mind. Not sure what he'll lead off with first. I'm thinking either maybe Nidoking or Bronzong. But anyway, and all that good stuff. Let me get the battle started. I actually had to re-download this work because I wanted to save another battle. Still gotta save it. And this one I'm doing like normal speed. Alright, Baton, Baton. I don't know what that one's supposed to be really. But I'm gonna lead off with Riptail. Always a pretty good choice. And people, I don't know why they usually let me taunt things. I thought taunt was pretty common on Drapions, but oh, I usually get the drop on people with it. Anyway, mine's a max speed. Drapion is one of my oldest favorite pokes that I used to use all the time back in the day in Diamond and Pearl. Um, so stopped him from striking there. I'm just gonna go for Crunch. It's stab. It's gonna do decent damage on whatever he sends out at least, and I get the defense drop. But yeah, that Life Orb really does help for some extra damage. I might change that item. It was just a random item, but it actually helps out a whole lot. Since he's mainly there for bulk and taunting something, but with Life Orb, I can deal moderate damage. Anyway, predicted Earth Power and wanted to switch into Zephyr as a safe move, and thankfully I did because he did go for the Earth Power. And since he switched out, that makes me think he is Scarfed. I'm going to go for Flamethrower. Thought he might actually go into Arcanine, but I just changed it, and thankfully I did because, yeah, it's almost going to be like a 2-hit KO there, and he gets the burn. So at this rate, since he has the lefties, I'm not going to be able to kill him in the next turn here. So he is going to get Stealth Rocks up, or a Light Screen, or Reflect. And yeah, he does go for Stealth Rocks there, so not too worried about that. definitely done enough damage so far with just my first two pokes here, so I am not complaining. So thankfully I predicted well on that first flamethrower, because if his Arcanine had Flash Fire, that would not have been good. So Arcanine comes in here, and it does have the Intimidate, so yeah, at least that would have worked out if he did switch into him there. I would have gotten damage and he wouldn't have gotten the boost. He's going to go for Flare Blitz. I probably should have just gone for Roost to see what he would do. I thought he might go for Wild Charge or something like that. What did I go for here? I went for the Ancient Power, just, I don't know, somewhat for lulls and to see, if I could get the boost, because usually I do. But, I don't this turn, and at this point I'm thinking, okay, he might go for another Flare Blitz, he has Life Orb, he'll eventually kill himself. I'm going to switch into Swampert here. Didn't think about him having close combat, but he made a good prediction there, and that's exactly what he goes for. So nonetheless, that's, well, no matter what he did or he would have taken out Togekiss, but I do want to save him for later. Now, unfortunately, he's not at the point where, yeah, the next Life Orb is going to kill him. So, yeah, I kind of had to sack Mudwave there. It kind of sucked. I did want to save him, but yeah, I didn't want to be switching something else in, wherein that getting Stealth Rock damage and probably dying to, one hit from a Life Orb Arcanine. So he's just shy of taking himself out right there, and I'm hoping he doesn't have extreme speed. More likely he does, but, there's a chance. So I go for extreme speed on Entei here, but unfortunately he has it himself, but he's still going to die to his own Life Orb. But crisis averted. I still have Entei somewhat in the game. I can do some damage or, hack something. So he sent in Sharpedo, and I'm like, oh crap, okay, if he has Aqua Jet, then yeah, that's not good. He goes for Protect. I did think about going for Will-O-Wisp in case he went for some random move or something like that. I don't know what Sharpedos really carry, but he gets the speed boost there. I'm like, oh, this could be ugly. So I'm just going to go for Extreme Speed, get whatever damage I can on this thing before I actually die. And it keeps going and going and going, and I'm like, what the hell? That thing died to a crit extreme speed. I did not see that coming. I didn't think that would actually KO it. Damn. That was a lucky break there. He sends in Snorlax here, and this is why I carry Will-O-Wisp. For the people who send in, bulky tanks and all to take, the flare blitzes and stuff like that, that's where it really comes in, because they really don't expect Will-O-Wisp coming from Entei. And so that either allows me to kind of stay in there and live a bit longer and possibly take him out, or be able to switch out into something else without fear of taking too much damage. So yeah, that's like two body slams right there, and you can see he's not doing much of anything to me still. So I know he has thick fat. I missed with the Stone Edge earlier. I'm just going to go for Flare Blitz now to get as much damage as I can on it before I get taken out. And I actually get another crit, so I'm getting my fair share of hacks in this battle, which usually doesn't tend to happen. But down goes Entei. He goes for Whirlwind, so that was pretty different. I like that. Definitely could catch someone off guard. What is he? What do I do right now? Da 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 da. Crossblade! Time for a little crossblade blade action. I can't talk, worth a damn. Anyway, okay, crossblade, everyone knows, one of my favorite slash best pokes. Yeah, enough said. Made this poke a long time ago while trying to make a team to face Cooper, and it's gone through a couple changes, and I'm definitely happy with it and with the way I've left it and all the good stuff. I went for Shadow Sneak right there because I thought, okay, if he's going to put me to sleep, I just want to break his sash in case he has one. So, yeah, he happens to have Black Sludge, so that works well enough for me. And it's, Gallade has a lot of special defense, so I'm not really too worried about it. But I'm just going to go for a Zen Headbutt here because Drain Punch is not going to take it out because, it's resisted by Rose Raid. Okay, I don't know why that's coming up slow on the video. Nah. Anywho, so I should be back up to about half HP, or close to it. Yep. So still looking pretty good. King comes in. I am actually worried about this thing taking me out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get a shell sneak on it. No, it's not gonna kill, but I figured I'll get some damage on it before I get completely taken out. Because even though I have high special defense, this thing, with the sheer force ability, yeah, it packs quite a wallop. But I mean, Nidoking, in my opinion, is like one of the coolest looking pokes. I mean, it may not be the strongest or the best, but it's awesome. Right here, this is where I kind of find out maybe it's not Scarf because I go first, so maybe there's a chance he was life orbed or something. But anyway, yeah, Nidoking, Aggron, um, what else? Those are just some like the coolest looking pokes in my book, and it's a pity they're not somewhat better than what they actually are. I mean, Aggron can be a bit of a beast, but unfortunately his speed really hinders him. But I mean, he just looks completely badass. I mean, Tyranitar, also another badass Pokemon. Um, oh, I'm just rambling now. This was somewhat of a long battle, but I figured I'll do this one at normal speed and fit some extra stuff in here since, yeah, usually I'm in a rush when I'm trying to narrate battles and get them uploaded since it takes a while. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you to the new few subscribers I have, even though I haven't posted anything for quite some time. I do very much appreciate it. And one thing I'm going to be trying to do here soon is I'm going to try and get a handful of my friends to make teams based off of the very first team they ever used in their first Pokemon game. Doesn't matter if it's red or blue or gold and silver. Whatever the first Pokemon team you ever had, like the main one you went through the Hall of Fame with. Well, went through the Elite Four with. That's what I want you to base it off of. And for me, like the very first team I ever had was I was 14. It was yeah, I got the red version on the old black and white Game Boy Pocket, and I had Charizard, Pidgeot, Snorlax, Raichu, Dragonite, and Vaporeon. That was my team, and I thought it would be kind of fun, get a handful of good old friends and all together, and that way, yeah, you don't really have to worry about tiers or anything like that. It can be completely random, and might see some funny sets considering what you have to work with for the first team you ever had. Because I mean, not too many people use Raichu anymore, um, or Pidgeot. I mean, Pidgeot, you never see Pidgeot. But yeah, I thought it'd be kind of funny in a way, see what people have and what kind of sets they work with and all. But hopefully, I can get that together sometime and get those battles out to you. All right, well that's it. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll have something up later. Peace.